Well, the Israeli army has investigated why there was no siren that went off before this drone hit an army base. From what we understand, a dining hall where, excuse me, where the soldiers had gathered, obviously to eat. That explains part of the reason why so many were hurt in this attack. And the initial investigation has turned out that there were two drones, excuse me, that Hezbollah fired at the same time. One was intercepted and shot down, and the other one was detected, but then it fell off the radar system. That's what the Israeli army is going to check. Ultimately, it hit that base, and in the end, there are four Israeli soldiers that were killed. Another seven are seriously wounded, and nine others moderately wounded, and then something like 3 dozen with light injuries. So this is a major, hit for the Israelis, um, and a quote unquote success for Hezbollah. Remember, the drones have plagued Israel from the beginning of this war now for more than a year. They have turned out to be Hezbollah's most effective weapon in some sense because they fly low, they're small, they're hard to detect. And from the launch site to where they hit, it's a short flight path. And that makes them particularly deadly.
Okay, so drones, you're saying hard to detect, and yet at the same time, it is rare that the Israeli air defense system falters. And this latest attack comes when we're hearing that the United States is actually, in fact, sending a new air defense system to Israel and sending even US troops, I believe, to help them operate it.
That's right. I mean, Israel's air defense system has operated optimally. It is a multi-layered system that has done, a very good job of fighting those Hezbollah projectiles, whether they're missiles or drones. Remember, Hezbollah has fired over 10,000 at this point since the beginning of the war. So statistically, Israel is still doing very well, but it is not a hermetic system. There are failures, whether that's, usually it's human error. And as you said, the United States has announced that they are deploying a THAAD missile system to Israeli soil and bringing American troops here to man it. It is not the first time that the THAAD is here, but it is only being sent here because of what's happening between Israel and Iran, right? We are waiting to see how Israel strikes back after Iran fired nearly 200 ballistic missiles on Israel. It's expected to be a significant strike, even if it doesn't hit nuclear sites or infrastructure like oil. It will still be a significant strike. And so you can see the Israelis and the Americans are already preparing for Iran's reprisal to that strike, which Iran says it will be significant and they will do. And should it come simultaneously and not a few days later, the Americans and the Israelis want to be absolutely prepared. And so that THAAD is here to help Israel against a third potential major missile attack ballistic missile attack from Iran.